We are in the USSEC, USDA, and US Soy Day, and now we are speaking with the Dr. Brent. Mr. Brent is the moderator and the organizer, the programmer of this event. This event, Brent, was really important for us as producers, as farmers. Especially that the information that has been gathered, they were management information and they were nutritional information, maybe also sometimes a bit far from the soybean itself. So I would like you first of all to introduce yourself, and then would you tell me why the USSEC and why the US Soy would invest so much money for culture in our area?
Well, thanks. Great question. So I'm Brent Babb. I'm Regional Director for USSEC, U.S. Soy Export Council. I'm based in the U.S., but I cover the region in Europe and Middle East, North Africa. So I've been working with U.S. Soy in this region for a little over 20 years. It's been great to see the growth in all types of industry, poultry, aquaculture especially, dairy industry, the local soybean crushing. During that time, we've seen great growth in imports of U.S. soybeans, and that's the reason we're here to support the MENA, Middle East, North Africa, the Egyptian dairy industry here at this conference. Our programs we have around the world. I'm responsible for this Europe-MENA region, but working with our customers around the world. And we've done a lot of work in poultry, also in aquaculture here. But in the last 6-8 years, we really started to focus a little bit more on the dairy industry and seeing that great growth in North Africa, here in Egypt, in the Maghreb region. The Gulf continues and Saudi Arabia continues to grow, so it's exciting to see this. Many challenges that the local industries have to face. So we're here to help support that, help work through. So we are representing U.S. Soy, and we talk about that a lot. We want to make sure everybody understands the benefits of U.S. Soy, which can be a higher amino acid content. Not just looking at crude protein, look at that amino acid, higher energy content. And what we talk about a lot now is sustainability. The carbon footprint of U.S. soy is the lowest veg protein source available from the U.S. So we're lower than most other major production areas by 25% of a lower carbon footprint. So it can really make a difference as customers, multinationals, retailers start to ask dairy producers, poultry producers, what's your carbon footprint? With using U.S. soy, they can have a good answer for that.
Oh, thank you, Brent. And I've noticed that you brought really the creme of the creme from the keynote speakers from the States. Well, for that, in the name of the farmers and the breeders of the Middle East, I would like to thank you on behalf of them for that.
Well, our pleasure, again, to help support. Egypt has been our third largest importer of U.S. soybeans, China, Mexico, and then Egypt. With recent economic, they're down a little bit, but they're still one of our top 10 importers, and that's numbers increasing back to where they were. Morocco's a top 10 soybean meal importer globally from U.S. soy. So this region, again, very important to us. We bring the leaders of the industry. We think they need can hear from the leaders of some of the U.S. markets, experts from the supply and demand as well. And always important to hear from our soybean farmers that are raising those soybeans in a sustainable manner, in a high quality manner. The way they store it keeps that quality good so we can provide year-round supply to the local industry.
Just the last question, because
Sure.
my readers are also from Algeria and Lebanon, Syria, Jordan, and Iraq. Are you also looking forward on these areas, or they are less consumers?
We work with all of those countries, just not to list every country and the exports, but all of those countries are important, and we enjoy working with them, and we continue. Even some of the countries that haven't imported, Iraq did import last year, but even before that, we've been working with them specifically in aquaculture. Algeria hasn't imported as much till these last 3 years, but we worked with that local industry. Now we're doing even more as they expand their crush industry, import more soybeans. Their government, I think, is making a clear focus to expand the dairy industry in particular in Algeria. So all of these countries, Saudi Arabia is another large, long-time customer from here. And Turkey, even sometimes we consider that European market or Middle East. They can go to both. But Turkey has been a great market for us. So clearly we have some larger buyers, but we're happy to work with everyone. And our soybean farmers actually pay into a checkoff. They pay a small percent, but it does add up, a small percent when they sell the soybeans, and they fund about 2/3 of our programs that we do around the world. So the U.S. soybean farmer is funding that program, and USDA through Foreign Agriculture Service funds about 1/3.
Well, thank you. I think time's running, but you have a really wonderful team about this organization.
Yes, thank you. And we have representatives, about 80 marketing representatives around the world. With my team here in Europe and MENA, we have about 20 staff working with us. So you can find someone in many of these countries, or somebody that's at least working and responsible for those countries if they're not living there, speaking local language, knowing the local market. So we look forward to work with you in the future.
Thank you. Thank you really very much.